What's good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the film and box office news. Be back in 30 seconds. Oh, my apologies. Can you lead us into this, please?
Oh, me?
Phil?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, it's Council Comics Film Box Office News, episode 58. We're reviewing Shaun of the Dead.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
Go ahead, Phil. Take the lead.
Oh, okay. What's good, Council of Comics? It's Film and Box Office News, episode 58. And I am here with Cliff, Sam, and Green Shirt Guy. What's up, guys? How was
good.
your weekend?
What's going on?
It's good. This weekend was what did I do this weekend?
Oh my God, Larry is calling us out immediately with
What is
6
that?
minutes late.
That's
Okay.
Cliff's
Good
fault.
Lord. Good Lord. We don't even have time to say hi. Larry's like, you're late. You're late.
That's all. That's Cliff's fault, Larry. You know, we wait for.
No, we are not
and-
blaming me. We are not
Yeah.
blaming me. I've had too long of a weekend, and too long of a week, and too long of a month, and too long of a year.
Actually went out last night with Kamari and a couple friends. First time we actually went out to have a couple drinks, go out to a little bit. Went to the Vinyl Room in Beacon,
Okay.
and Kamari says, "Hey." We also went to the place in Beacon that's like it's an arcade bar. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But I think
I might.
You-
They got the pinball machines.
I think they got pinball machines, but it's like it's not right off of the thing. You have to walk into a little path and then you see it. But I think
Okay.
it's a nice place where we should go out and have a good time one night because they have arcade games all across the wall,
Okay.
and then it's like a bar that has a drink, and it seemed a lot of our type of like Big Bang Theory type crowd.
You know
Yeah.
what kills me is I like the place in Middletown more, but it's so much further away. And it's not the one you went to; it's the one that I went to with my friends Sarah and Melissa. But anyhow, listen. If we want, we could do a little spring. We could do a little spring checklist of different places in the Hudson Valley we can go.
I also went out. I went out Saturday night with Jacqueline, and we went out to Lake Hurricane, and we had a couple drinks. Like Hurricane
And
Bar.
I went out Saturday night to my niece's Sweet 16 at Villa Borghese.
Well, Villa Borghese is nice. Kamari says
yeah.
that's the name of it. It's called the Happy Valley Arcade Bar.
Okay.
I'm familiar.
My prom was at Villa Borghese.
Oh,
It's a nice place.
no, it definitely is.
They do like weddings. They do all that kind of stuff.
I've been to so many weddings there, and I was there for a tiny piece of filming of the original Super Troopers before
is
they
that right?
remodeled.
My old theater teacher was in Super Troopers. Mr. Press. I remember him. He's like, yeah, I did a couple movies, Super Troopers. I was like, you were in Super Troopers? He
I
was
love
like,
it.
yeah. He was like a cop, one of the state trooper cops. It was
Oh, that's awesome.
and he's the guy that
lines, I hope.
he's the guy that got me into theater because I was going to OC, story time. I was going into OC, not to OC, to Dutchess Community College. I was going for communications, but I used to have layovers from my classes. So I would hang in the center part where next to the theater, where all the actors and theater people, and we would just hang out. And he saw us all playing around. You know how we do, have fun, make voices, all that. And he was like, you should come hang out with us doing the theater stuff. And I ended up not having the class, but just hanging out, and ended up doing like little miniature plays and doing a lot of other stuff and getting really like learning about the theater. And I was like, oh, so shout out to Mr. Press. Mr. Press, if you're out there, you kind of got me into the little acting type thing in theater. Very nice.
I love it.
All right, let's look up some of these things here that we have that we usually do. Young at Heart Foundation, shout out to Mike. Does great things for the kids out in California. A lot of great transplant stories. If you want to get in touch with Mike and register to become a donor or sponsor a Hope Kit, you can give him a call at 323-396-9998 or info@youngatheartfoundation.com. They have an Instagram, they have a Facebook. This is a little Hope Kit. They put stuff together for the kids, a little camera or something. They get guests. Very great organization. Shout out to Mike. Go over to youngatheartfoundation.com. Cliff, you want to handle this?
Yes, Comics Curing Cancer. Today is the final day. The link is in all of our chats where you can donate. The original goal for this year was $25,000. We are currently at $43,000. Thanks to our good friend Rob at Rob Fat Stacks of Comics, Mark at Legion of Comics, and DJ Links for their incredibly hard work this year in putting C3 together. And there's still fabulous auction items going up for auction on Rob's channel, Rob's Fat Stacks of Comics. So if you're not joining us, and I'm sad that you're not, I will not be mad at you if you're over on Rob's channel bidding on original comic book art, slabbed comics, and raw exceptional rares like the first appearance of Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
What was
we're not mad.
the goal was what, 33, right? So
No, the goal was 25.
Oh, it's 20. Oh, even
The
better.
goal was
It'd be nice to double.
25, right? And then at 25, oh my God, Lee at Waxcom. Oh my God, why am I getting this wrong? Lee is gonna shave his face and his eyebrows,
Nice.
right? So we've met that goal. At 40, I'm doing a live butt
Yeah.
waxing on Comic Vet's channel. So now that's happening, and I gotta find I gotta make a
Whoa,
ring
you're doing a what?
a live butt waxing.
If they get to 45, Sam will shave his back.
No, Sam
No,
won't. There's another dude at 30. He has to get a tramp stamp. So there's a whole bunch of us
Is
who
that
are
right?
committed to all
Does he have to
sorts
get-
of weird
well,
stuff
does-
now.
What's the tramp stamp of the Comics Curing Cancer logo?
I don't remember if it's that or if it's some guy who torments him online. And it's got to be of that guy. Something weird.
Okay.
I really wish I
Not
paid more
showing
attention. But I
your
had a very
butt,
long
right?
weekend.
You're not gonna show your butt, right?
I'm gonna do whatever YouTube will allow us to do.
They'll just
They're
pixelate
not gonna
his
allow
butt,
you to
that's
show
all.
your butt.
They'll show it. They'll show it.
I believe that because this is a procedural and educational video,
Don't
That
even
maybe-
skirt it. Don't even
that's the only
skirt
way
it.
to skirt it, right?
I
But
think what you
comic-
could do is you could like do it, but you'd have to have something in front or covering your
Well,
butt.
I figure
doing
if
it?
bare minimum, the camera's on my
Bare
face for my
minimum.
reaction, right?
I don't know
Oh.
because you can look at medical videos and they show some stuff.
Yeah, they show a lot of stuff. So I mean, if I go to a doctor's office to do this, like if I go to Luna Dermatology, like maybe it'll be legit.
I think if you wore a thong, you might be legit.
Thong, 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 thong.
A thong
It's gotta
Like,
be
you have underwear on, like it's a bathing suit.
for my taint.
If you're gonna do
I
that,
mean,
it's
talk
gotta be
about
like
skirting.
neon pink.
You know. But anyhow, it'll be fine. And, it's for the audience. And like, honestly, look at how much money this makes.
It's for the audience.
Yo,
That's
let
the
me
one
tell
they're
you
clever for.
that when I first
For the
proposed it, no one was interested. The second time I proposed it, that's when Comic Vet is like, no, do it on my channel, and then Circumstances was like, don't tempt me with a good time. And so now, like, the audience is divided. Like, half people are like, nope, I don't want it. And the other half are like, yeah, let's see it. Let's do it.
Nice.
We of the Council of Comics are happy to lend out Cliff to do butt waxings on your channels.
So do you do you have to do the butt waxing or do you have to get your butt waxed?
In this scenario, I have to get my butt waxed. But in
Okay.
future scenarios, I'm gonna go wax other people's butts because I think that's better.
Isn't this the part of the show where we say the views and so forth expressed by
The
Cliff during that butt
views-
waxing?
The views
Are
and
not
ideas
necessarily
of
those
certain
of the
guests
Council
on the
of
Council of Comics are not necessarily the ideas and views of the Council of Comics.
Maybe we'll all have new views on butt waxing after I do it.
Hey man,
All right.
as long as you yell, I got Kelly Clarkson once, I'm good.
I don't know if that's gonna be my literal reaction, but we'll see.
All right. Green shirt guy. Talk about your
Yeah,
thing.
so this is, I don't know. I mean, it's a small comic book show, in which it's that part's being put on by Incredicon. So I'll be there as one of the artists. So come by and see me. I have some. Hopefully, I have some new Halloween stickers. I still have some from last year that I didn't sell out. I'll be doing commissions if you want to commission or set one up with me. The other part of it is the trunk or treat. I don't know enough about that to be honest with you, but I know that all of the proceeds from that go towards the RC Ketchum senior class for their stuff. So yeah, come on out. It's
What time is the
it's like-
event?
I think it's 11 to 5. I wish I should know this, but I'm going fairly early in the morning. I think maybe it only goes till 4. I remember looking at it. I knew I was going to be back for our show, so it might be 11 to 4. And tell you what, I'll look for it, and
All right.
they'll get back to us as we go.
Carmaria says. Carmaria. I'm so sorry.
Oh
baby.
no!
Kamaria says, film waist up, Clifford. She also says, my mom wants to know, exterior or Brazil, Cliff?
Well, much to everyone's chagrin, I'm not very hairy, right? So like, it's just gonna be the taint. So I think that's exterior.
Taint this,
Oh.
taint that.
Oh, man. That wows for me. I'm going to hear it later.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's 10.
Oh,
to
we
3.
know.
The show is 10 to 3. Trunk or treat is 11 to 1.
So wait. I'm sorry. So
10 to
trunk or
3.
treat was 11 to 1, right there at the high school. And
It's
the
at
show
the
is
high school. I
inside
believe it's
the
all-
high school.
I'm sorry.
The show is inside the high
I
school.
believe so. And then the trunk.
Right. So
stuff-
like
the
you're
trunk or
gonna be like
treat's
in the
outside.
cafeteria or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, but
I'll
that-
know where
but-
I'm at when I get there, and I'll if you guys follow me on Instagram, I'll shoot a post out on that.
All right. And then the trunk or treat portion, kids will come to the parking lot. The sponsors will be there with their cars full of candy for them to trick or treat at, right?
Correct.
Okay, I like it.
All right.
Anthony and Nicole were talking about it today, so that's good.
Excellent. Speaking of Anthony, Alternaverse Comics is our favorite comic book shop. It's our only comic book shop. We love that place. It's like our home. It's where we film. We do all our skits and we talk about life. And I think it's done a lot for us as human beings. I've seen for the last 2 years. I've seen a lot of changes within us, and I like the fact that we get to
We've mostly become better people. We argue more than ever, but we've mostly become better people.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Phil has been exactly the same. Phil is the same person. Phil is delightful and
Yeah.
innocently charming consistently through, and
Yeah.
and the rest of us are on a fucking roller coaster.
Phil's
Well,
the best of us.
It's that Latin blood.
Isn't that Latin blood? Oh, two things. While we're still on Alternaverse,
Uh-huh.
do you see the event for this Thursday?
Is it Thursday? I thought it was Friday.
No, it's Thursday at 4
Oh,
p.m.
okay.
And there we
There
go.
it is.
There it is.
Are all 3 of them going to be there? Because it looked
Yes,
like it was just.
yes,
Oh, okay.
yes. So yeah. So I'm very excited because we will have Ryan Brown hot from New York Comic Con, right? We'll have Alan Medina, we'll have Mina Elwell there, John Santana. So we're basically having the whole gang. They'll be there 4 to 6 this Thursday at Alternaverse. 4 to 6 or 4 to 8.
4
4 to
to
It was 4 to 8.
48. Yeah.
Excellent. 4 to 8. So look forward to that. Mike at Evil's Comics, thank you for joining us.
Evil's in the
brother.
house. What's good, bro?
It's
I appreciate you.
Evil.
I appreciate
Larry
you.
said, "Where's the show?" He's talking
The
about
show is. He wants to know about the show
Yeah,
for
I'll
Incredicon.
catch him.
Please go to that one.
that
That
one.
was my number 2 item.
That is an
Roy C. Ketchum High School.
Roy C. Ketchum High School. It's like Wappingers, Larry. It's like around that area. It's in the Wop. All right. So wait a minute. Let me get back to Alternaverse over here.
Yes.
Why is that telling me this? All right. So Alternaverse is located at 870 Violet Avenue, Hyde Park, New York. The phone number to call Anthony, get in touch, is 845-233-4234. The email is alternaverse2@aol.com, and the website is alternaverse.net. It has all your comics, cards, and toys, and they offer the Hudson Valley's best selection of comics, and they use bags and boards for everything.
Everything.
Oh my God, I will not stress
think going
it.
to these other shops was barbarians
Less-
the way they treat their comics.
Yeah, they're just taking them out the box and just throwing them on
Savages,
the shelves.
I tell you,
and
savages.
what are these savages doing over here?
But I was just there today. Anthony has a Amazing Spider-Man 299 7.0 restored that just came in, and an Amazing Spider-Man 300 8.5 that just came in.
Nice.
Nice. Tons of slabs at Alternaverse. Great prices. Tons of slabs. So get it over there to the Alternaverse. As far as what we've watched this week, actually, me and Kamara are gonna watch Loki after this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm behind. I was
Yeah.
gonna watch them tonight.
Yo, I just want to say very short. I enjoyed Loki this week for what it was. I mean, it wasn't like the greatest moment of television of the week or the month or anything like that, but I enjoyed it. But a couple of my friends reported back to me that they dropped the show after this episode.
Are you kidding
I was
me?
gonna say it might have been the week. There wasn't too much that happened on TV this week, right?
Yeah, so I was right. Maybe it was the best moment of the week, but it wasn't like super high.
Yeah.
But I want to know from you guys because I liked it. But I mean, is it like that? I just tend to like things. Is it because
I love the first 2 episodes.
right?
I
so,
thought
but-
Marvel was back. I was like,
I thought this
is
was
Marvel.
the best of the Loki episodes so far.
I
Honestly,
thought it was very engaging.
like the
and
second season.
action-packed.
of the second season, I
had
thought
a
it was
good
the
time.
best of the episodes so
All
far.
right, so Phil is with me. So I am shocked.
I don't
that
know what people
use
want,
this-
man. People are. It's so different and weird now. Like, nobody wants to stick through a show anymore. They just, if you don't give them their what they want in the first episode or 2, I am quitting this show. Like, it's a show. It's meant to be like 7, 8 episodes. You have to watch it all to really get a feeling for it. To not watch it after the 3rd episode, that's wild. Evil says, yeah, so a lot of people quit after the 3rd episode. Haven't watched. Yeah, I don't know, but you know what? Let them quit. I ain't got time for them no more. Let them quit. Kamaria says, I agree. I really like the season. Loki is starting to feel like Loki again. Tom Hiddleston is holding the MCU on his shoulders right now. He's lugging it over till the next Avengers movie or
Listen, man,
whatever
I gotta tell
movie.
you,
Marvel.
I think-
It's like in
I
a couple
think-
weeks.
Yeah.
I honestly, in my opinion, when Ant-Man and the Wasp came out and landed flat, right? Honestly, I would have, as like Kevin at Marvel, I would have said we got to hit the pause button on everything now, right?
Yeah.
No, I know, but not strategically. I think they should have strategically hit the pause. Now
They
he's
got
doing
one bump in the
strategically.
road coming called the Marvels.
I know. I really hope it's good. I really want it to be good. And you know what's sad is like I think I'm going to enjoy it, but I'm also afraid it's going to be the kind of movie that is not going to sit well with people.
Dude, they're gonna A-force it up. There's a couple other characters from the MCU that are gonna show up.
Listen, if they
I'll say
do
one
it-
is from Asgard.
Asgard,
Asgard.
Asper.
And I think there's another one, but they're gonna A-force it up.
Yo,
Which I have no problem with.
do we
As long as
know
the story's good.
Wait, Do we specifically know if it's from Asgard or
Yes.
or we just know it's
Yes.
Asgard? Okay, so it's Lady Sif.
No,
Not Lady Sif.
no. Think recently.
Then it's the girl.
It's
The girl.
Thor's
that-
daughter.
It's Valkyrie.
No.
Thor's adopted daughter.
It's Valkyrie.
Oh,
It's gonna have to be
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie. She's a
of
big
course,
enough
'cause
actress.
she has
Of
to have
course
an
it's
arc.
her.
Yeah,
It's not-
All right,
there's no
so
shocker.
Valkyrie. Then who would be the other person?
I don't know. That one I
So
don't
it
know.
could. So it could be Thor's adopted daughter. It could be. It could be Lady Sif, because why not? You know, as Guardians Unite.
Well, listen, let's see what they do. Because, I mean, I like the last trailer for the Marvels. The final trailer. I thought that was pretty
No,
I
good.
think
it
I
was
saw
very
it. I don't
good.
remember.
We have good actresses involved and actors. Like that is good. The movie's tone is where I'm worried.
Yeah,
It's-
you know, and
it's-
I feel like the streaming hurts it a bit too. Like, don't
Yeah.
really take it, like, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ant-Man fell a little flat because, like, a lot of people, like, you know what, I'll just wait 25 days. It'll be on Disney Plus.
Yeah. With streaming, too, they said, like, Marvel made the mistake of using film directors instead of showrunners for their TV shows. So they kind of made a movie and chopped it up into episodes. And that's not how you do a TV show. So that's why they kind of put the pause on everything, gave everybody the boots. And now Kevin Feige is getting showrunners for these shows. What does that say for Ironheart that's already been filmed? What does that say for Echo that's already been filmed?
You know what
Well,
it said
Echo
for Daredevil?
is on the editing
Yeah.
block in case you didn't hear.
But it's been filmed.
Right,
all
but
the
it is
episodes.
also edits and reshoots, so that's a
Yeah.
real thing.
We know
Now,
about Daredevil.
now wait a second. Now Ironheart, I believe they have a showrunner and not a big
I don't know.
director, so that might be a little safer, you know, than the others.
Yeah.
But I
I'm
gotta
looking forward
tell
to-
you,
Mhm.
Good Omens on Amazon Prime has a showrunner, and it's Neil Gaiman. And The Sandman
Mm-hmm.
on Netflix had a showrunner, and it's Neil Gaiman. And when I saw him live talking about Good Omens, he said being the showrunner is so helpful and empowering because I'm also the writer. So anytime they asked him about changes that they wanted to make, he had the power to say yes and no and why he was making those decisions. And I thought that was really cool.
Right. Evil says there hasn't been the build-up in the later movies and shows. Yeah, we know Kang, but none of them have really tied to anything big. Yeah, the whole plan of the first 3 phases was thrown out the window of how you connect these things. Like, I don't know why you stepped away from it. Like, I remember Feige even saying at one point, you don't have to watch the shows to watch the movies. And I'm just like, you ruined it. Why would I watch the shows then? You know, that's not. I understand, like, comic books. Well, you read time, but comic books are different. These are TV shows that you put a lot of money into. Like, if people don't want to watch the show, they're not going to watch the show. But then you have
Well,
people like
I
Sam
think
Raimi who thinks he's hot dookie and doesn't even watch WandaVision when making the Multiverse of Madness. And how Kevin Feige does not step in and say, no, you have to watch this, I have no idea.
Well, no, I don't think. Okay, I can't. Speak,
yeah, the
I can't
writer.
speak- It was
yeah,
the writer specifically. I do not know about Sam
Sam
Raimi,
Raimi
but
as well.
the writer definitely did not finish WandaVision.
Yeah, and I'm like, then what was the point of WandaVision?
And did you
Like,
see? Did you see? Did you
Wait
see?
a minute. I thought you liked WandaVision.
I like WandaVision.
I like
I
it.
don't understand
But-
what the complaint is.
That Multiverse of Madness acted like WandaVision never happened.
Well,
That's
yeah,
how I took it.
Oh, look at Evil's next comment.
no, because
comment.
she has the Darkhold, and that's the whole thing in the whole crux of that movie.
And that the Darkhold. The thing is, it loosely ties to WandaVision, right? But
Yeah.
it could have been stronger.
Could have been
Oh
stronger.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Um,
That's a fair assessment. But like,
Yeah.
to say that the writing had nothing to do with WandaVision.
No, because the writer didn't even finish WandaVision. The writer saw like 3 or 4 episodes. Like, okay, I got what I need.
Well, that might be because he.
Yeah.
And I'm just playing devil's advocate because obviously I don't know. That could have been more. Hey, this is your deadline. and only the first 4 episodes are out.
I believe that plays into it, but don't say that in an interview.
No,
right? And
you're
then
not wrong there.
and
You're
then
not wrong
Elizabeth, I don't know if you guys saw a very recent Elizabeth Olsen interview, but she's like, yeah, I showed up for Multiverse Madness, shot my scenes, left to go film Love and Death or Love After Death or whatever that was. I'm not familiar with it. She goes, then I came back to voice over my lines to make sure there was continuity. And that was it. And I was like, no.
That's not. I don't think that's unusual for the film industry, though.
I know,
Yeah, it's not.
but
When you're creating this narrative of MCU, like,
right, you can't expect to engage your audience tightly, and use that kind of loosey goosey filming. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a line. You know, Larry, I'm not sure if Kevin Feige actually hurt the Marvel Universe. I just feel like he's our target to blame everything on. But you have to remember, just because he's the figurehead doesn't mean that, like, it means he's got his fingers in all the pots, but that doesn't mean that he's busy painting with all the colors day and night.
Jeez.
Is that the good expression, or?
I don't think it's as hurt as people kind of make it out to be. Like, I still see the Marvels doing like 700 million, probably. Like,
you think?
Yeah,
because it's a Marvel movie.
Right.
Yeah, because it's a Marvel movie.
No,
I still see like 700 million.
No,
it's up against what?
Quantumania came in at the 400s, so that's a little scary.
Right, but let's put it. Let's be honest here. If they slap Marvel on it and put an absolute turd out, it's still going to make 400 million because people are going to go see it just because it says Marvel.
I would agree with that.
And then
but
anything after that is when you know you made a good movie.
Yeah. Problem is when you spend $250 million to make it.
Oh well, that's how.
Yeah,
all
that's
the movies are that budget now anyway. So.
Yeah. Evil says, for me, it was the ending of She-Hulk. Calling out the fans and laughing at us, trolling the fans, and not only that, from a failing TV show. Shots fired. That is an excellent comment right there.
But the thing is like, that is in the vein of what She-Hulk is. Like, She-Hulk has come after its audience through her fourth wall in the books. And I don't know, maybe it just came off all wrong.
I didn't think She-Hulk was too bad. I was upset that they didn't put enough effort into the special effects.
Oh my God.
Agreed.
She-Hulk at times I was like, "Ooh, what is that?" Like, and granted, Marvel at the time is like running their editors and animators through the ringer, so you know what I mean. So I won't put too much fault on them, but as overall, like, you knew that didn't look good. You knew that didn't look good.
What you know? What's funny is we're complaining about
they
that
rushed it out because subscriptions on Disney Plus is
gonna.
We
have a standard, right? And this is the standard here, right? And if you look at that, it's right there with the original Star Wars movies when Jar Jar came out. So we're just used to it being here, and fair is fair. But if you watch She-Hulk 10 years ago, you're like, wow, that's amazing graphics. But because but because we've been exposed to much better, we expect
and that's the thing. We're oversaturated and a little spoiled, right?
Correct.
And this isn't even just about She-Hulk. This is about the movie verse of the things we love, right? Mm-hmm. We're really at that point, and that's why I said earlier that, like, as soon as Ant-Man Quantumania didn't do what it needed to do, they should have put a hard pause. They should have made us want to wait and draw in
make
anticipation.
us wait. Make us wait.
Because now it's just like too much.
But they're never going to do that, because if they do that, from a Marvel perspective, they leave a crack in the door for DC to wedge their way in.
I ain't worried about DC.
And they not worried. They are not worried right now, baby.
What I'm saying is, but they never want to give DC an inch or a breath to even think about. Because anytime DC announces something big, Marvel, if you notice, Marvel within an hour goes, "Oh yeah, well we got this."
Yeah,
they never want to give DC an inch.
Evil says, "Nah, homie, that was different. They truly didn't have an ending and gave us that, trolling us. It did feel like they didn't have an ending.
I'm right, and that's
Yeah.
absolutely fair. That's fair.
And now he says, Evil also says, nope, we were talking about Disney, top tier company, Marvel, top tier company. There should be no OKs. I totally agree. You know why? Because you charge people $150 to get into your theme parks. You charge all this big money for all this stuff, and then you come back with mediocre stuff. No,
Right.
it doesn't work like that.
If you're getting $1 billion in profit a year, well, with multiple billions of dollars in profit,
Yeah.
right? I'm like, then
Monthly.
yeah,
Monthly,
You know?
multiple billions monthly. Like,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
a
Then you
monthly
know what?
thing.
I want to hear you stop the complaining, stop worrying about your investors left and right, and
Let me
worry
ask
about
you
your
something.
audience.
Let me ask you something. There is a rumor. I don't know if you've heard this rumor, and it's going through the industry that Apple is going to buy Disney.
And you know what?
Do what with it?
They probably can.
They can't. Oh, they can't. They're worth over $1.7 trillion. Disney's only worth about 30-40 billion. So, what do you think? What do you think
You-
Apple would do? Do you think
you-
Apple?
I think it would
You
be
on
one of
Apple
those
TV
things
Plus.
that like they would have all that trust stuff going on through it. Like that would be definitely like a watch deal if it goes through.
Yeah, Apple
I
would
think
be a
all the-
monster.
Disney Plus shows would go to Apple TV.
You think they still have Disney Plus?
right?
No,
No,
I
No,
think it would
they
go
don't.
right.
Apple Plus, baby.
Apple
Apple
Plus.
Apple TV is going to suddenly change price though, because Apple TV.
Oh, yeah.
I have Apple TV, and there's a lot of really good stuff on there, and it's not that expensive. But if they buy Disney Plus,
Disney. I mean, all of Disney.
well, that's what I'm
Not
saying,
just
but
Disney Plus.
if they buy Disney, you're going to watch that price all of a sudden be like $25, $30 a month.
Right,
Possible.
but now you'll have the combined environment, if they did it wisely, personally, the combined environment of Disney property and Apple properties. Now it's like, now come to us for everything.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know how I feel about that. Evil
Of course,
says how
it's
many?
terrible. We don't want conglomerates in this freaking world.
No,
We
and
don't-
I think I said this a couple years ago that even when Disney bought Fox and all that stuff, and now you can get all the X-Men and all that, it's great, except for if you only have one company that owns everything, there's no competition, so there's no new ideas, and they're not beholden to always do their best because we don't have to, because you can only get it from us.
Yeah, and they're pitting movies against themselves. Like,
Right.
so Evil says how many people watch the crap they expect us to buy, and then they have the gall to see it. It's the next big movie or TV show. Yeah. It's called. What was it called? What is it called?
Capitalism.
Capitalism. Thank you, Cliff. Capitalism. Everybody loves that capitalism. All right, let's get into this domestic box office.
See this box office.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, that
ladies
is a
and
drop.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
Dropped 66%. They're
And
still
that's
beating. They're still beating Scorsese.
And that's
I
all her money.
All her money. I love it.
I saw a thing the other day on Instagram. There's a Hollywood writer. I can't remember for the life of me. Can't remember his
Yeah, I
name. Right
saw
now.
a piece on it.
And he was talking about this. He goes, "This movie is pissing off the Hollywood industry no end because she did it all on her own. She didn't need to bring in a director. She didn't need to bring in all these other Hollywood types because she's already doing the concert footage because it's her concert, right?
Yeah.
So she literally just got a few things that she needed to
She
get.
got no overhead whatsoever.
No, right.
Can I
they're
just
But here's the kicker.
really,
too.
it's just
They're
distribution.
giving.
And then-
Usually they give the theaters, like the studios will give the theaters like 10 to 20% maybe. She's giving the theaters like 50%.
right, because she
Yeah,
is.
she's giving it to
Absolutely.
them. She's giving it to them up front. She's not making them wait or
Yes.
any
Yeah.
of that stuff. Can I just tell you that, like, before this year, I was like, okay, it's Taylor Swift. I didn't like her, hate her, or anything. But I gotta tell you, like, this year she's earning so many points with me. Like, I'm so impressed with where she's at. It's like crazy. And again, I'm not like her biggest fan, but like,
I
I'm
respect.
impressed.
Yeah, I respect her as a businesswoman and the way she handles her business. I'm with you with their clip. I think her music's a little That's just my own personal.
Right,
It's not
but
my
I
taste.
mean,
But and I
wow.
also think, anytime, and this is a long running joke, that anytime she needs to have a new album, she breaks up with her boyfriend because then the next slew of songs are about that, right?
No,
So,
I mean, listen, that's a
Travis
legit
Kelce,
joke. But
look
I
out.
mean, this year, she's really proved something to us, whether we like it or not. Whoever you
she's
are,
made
whether you
some
like it or
moves.
not, like
She's
she's
made some
really
moves.
proved something. I think it's neat.
Yeah.
I think it's neat.
Poor Martin Scorsese. He keeps shouting and yelling people down, and Taylor Swift beat him. His entry of Killers of the Flower
I
Moon.
am looking forward to watching Killers of the Flower
This
Moon.
movie looks good.
Yeah, I mean, it's got DiCaprio in it. Come on, you got
Yeah,
DiCaprio.
like I could see him switching next weekend. I could see it maybe switching next weekend.
What comes out?
Well,
next
because
weekend?
all
Anything?
the whatever Swifties have already seen that movie.
Yeah,
But they will go again. They will go
Maybe.
again.
Maybe, but a lot of them
Hurtful.
wanted to see it like opening night, and
Of
then
course.
they released it like 2 days before all the people that bought their Thursday tickets or whatever. And
True.
so it kind of ticked off some people, but yeah, obviously still made a boatload of money.
And it's only in
So-
AMC theaters. This is crazy.
no, that's no AMC is the
Was
No, no,
AMC
AMC is distributing it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's in
I'm
other
sorry.
theaters as well.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I was gonna say, was AMC the one during the pandemic there was the issue with, where there was the fight, or was that a different theater chain? Remember there was the fight about
Yeah, they were gonna close.
right. Okay.
Yeah, they were gonna close, and somebody came in and gave them some money,
Right.
kept them open, and that. So the 160 million, about 80 million of that is Taylor Swift's.
Nice.
She's actually giving a big portion of that to her team. So of the 80 million, she's probably taking home about 40 million, and she's giving about 40 million in bonuses to all the people that worked with her on
Hey.
this. You know, great way to do it. And the theaters are loving her. Expect to see. The problem is, like, Beyonce's is coming up, right? And to me and Kamari were having a conversation about this. Beyonce is far beyond Taylor Swift as an artist. Light
I
speed,
don't know, man.
light speed's beyond her.
I don't know,
Because she's
man.
a dancer. They put on it. She I used to love Beyonce, and then I don't like her really that much anymore. But I will give her props. She puts on a monstrous show, and she's not gonna do as good as this. Her pre-sales are not nowhere near Taylor Swift.
No, she's
But
not.
you know what? Because Beyonce did not bring that business stroke fire, and Taylor clearly did. And again, for me, this is one of those things that if I'm in charge of my shit and I see this in my headlights, I'll be like, whoa, let's try to adjust some of our strategy, and let's do that quickly.
Yeah.
But again, they're both very talented people, whether you really like their music or not, but they're both very talented. They command an audience. They both put on a great show. I would agree that Beyonce knows how to put on a better show. I just gotta say, but
yeah. And I don't
like-
feel pity for them because they're 100 millionaires, almost billionaires. So I don't feel that bad for them,
But
I don't feel bad
it
for.
does-
I don't feel bad for either of them, but
No, but I do want to say it. I don't want to talk about Taylor Swift this much, but I do want to talk about entertainment. It makes me feel good when we see someone at this level, at this caliber, and the decisions they make is to help reward the people around them and the audience, right? I like that she's allowed, in Taylor's case, I like what she's doing for the people who helped work on her tour. I like what she's doing with the theaters and allowing them that 50% right up front. I really like that, and I want to see more people at her caliber working like that.
Agreed. Continuing with the list, at number 3, dropping from number 2, is The Exorcist Belieber. Number 4, dropping from number 3, is Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol is still running, making that money.
Kids films, baby. Kids films.
And
Yeah.
number 5, the classic, probably one of my favorites of all time.
why did
The
we not watch
Nightmare
this as
Before
one of our
Christmas.
movies?
I don't know. Because you know what? This is kind of a movie that's like a Christmas movie and a Halloween.
Right.
So
Agree.
you could watch this at Thanksgiving, say for instance.
So why don't
You
we
know what I mean?
watch it? Why don't we watch it the week after Halloween?
I'm
so it's
good
in
with that.
between.
I would love to watch this movie again.
I haven't watched this movie in forever.
Oh, and I saw a thing. It's like a fan mock-up, but they had like Johnny Depp as Jack, and I was like,
Okay.
oh, that would work.
Wonder if
Who
we'll
did the
ever
voice?
see
Do we
a
know who did
Disney
the voice?
remake of that cartoon right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we
Imagine if
could-
that's
Live
Johnny Depp's
action,
big return.
Like, yup, a live action remake of Nightmare Before
If we
Christmas.
could get Johnny Depp to look like his former self, I would agree.
Yeah, I mean it's pure makeup role though. You know what I mean? Like they would help him
If
out.
we could get Johnny Depp to look like his former self, I
Yeah,
don't think
we're clinging
you
to
guys
Johnny.
look
Johnny
like him
gave
with
us
the
good
same
stuff.
eyes
We got.
I look at.
I do want Johnny to come back for Pirates though.
I do too, but
I do. Want him to come
mean,
back for Pirates.
I think at this point Disney's going to have to back up the the Brinks truck to get.
Well, if Apple were to buy Disney, I think Apple could load that truck up and say, Johnny,
yeah,
I know there's a lot of things going on out there, but
What I
come
would
on.
say too, though, it gives Johnny an out because he's like, well, I'm technically not working for Disney anymore. I'm working for Apple,
yeah, he'd be working for Apple.
so he could go, okay, I can still save face, saying
Yeah.
I'm still not working for Disney.
Johnny
Yeah,
Depp's
yeah.
watching our show right now, like, yeah,
Right. I like what that guy's saying. Remember, green shirt guy, I can come work for you, Johnny,
at number
Yo.
6,
and I won't
What?
poop in your bed.
I just wanted to give you a quick update. Comics Curing Cancer, $47,000, 216 and 20 cents.
Excellent.
Do it.
Excellent. Keep
If
going.
you're watching the
Keep
show,
going.
jump out for a second, go donate some money over there, and come back.
There's the link in our comments. There's a link
That's
in our
right.
comments to go donate. Get over there and donate. At number 6, we have Saw X, who's still hanging in there with 3.5. The Creator drops from number 5 to number 7 with 2.6. 40% drop. A Haunting in Venice drops another 43%, bringing in $1 million. The Blind bringing in $1 million. The Nun at number 10. And then Hocus Pocus re-release still up there.
That's crazy for me right there.
Yeah. The Equalizer, like all
Especially
these
since
are
you
on
can
digital.
watch that on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can give your kids the theater experience that you once had by taking
I
them.
didn't see that in the theater.
Yeah.
I actually
No,
never
I
did.
mean not literally you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
I suppose,
audiences
I
that love
suppose.
it. Yeah.
Dix the Musical is up 300%.
What is that?
Fabulous is what it is.
I'm afraid to click on it. A pair of business rivals discover that they're identical twins and decide to swap places in an attempt to trick their divorced parents to get back together.
So it's the Parent Trap.
It is, but with business rivals, it's insane. It's
So
insane.
So stupid. I'm
So it's the
sorry.
Parent
musical.
Trap meets what's that? What
I
was
can't
that?
sign on.
What was that theater play? About the 2 screenwriters. You know what I'm talking about?
Producer,
Oh,
right? The
producer?
producers.
yes, the one
The
with
producers.
Nicolas Cage.
So basically, this is the Parent Trap meets the producers.
Yes.
Is basically what this is.
Only
sounds
it's
fun.
only a bigger musical and much a little crazier.
Yeah, that sounds fun. And just to finish out, Dumb Money, Barbie's still up there. Oppenheimer's still up there. Anatomy of a
Can we see the
Fall
totals on those?
on Barbie.
Yeah. I know it's over.
Barbie's
yeah,
at 1.4. It will not make 1.5.
What
So
about Oppenheimer?
Barbie's the
Did
biggest movie of
Oppenheimer get
the year.
the bill?
no, it did not. It got close. 945. It would need another 50 million.
Yeah.
Technically, if it stayed in theaters for another 6 months and kept like just making $1 million a year, and then
I didn't make
could,
it to see it, so I'm
but,
waiting for this
we
to
don't
like
see it.
drop to like digital or something, so I can like watch it.
yeah. And then the throw up Expendables, and then my Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. Soulmates
which
in the
has
version
more
of
money
Disney.
than Expendables. I love it. I love it.
I actually want to see that movie. I know it's probably gonna
What
be dumb.
fun.
Then it's not gotten great reviews, but I still want to see it.
No, you know what? The movie is still delightfully charming. It's
Oh, did you see
simple.
it?
Yes. If you like the first two, you'll like this one.
I didn't love the second one, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
And
Right?
that's exactly how I felt about this one. You'll enjoy it for what it is, and they're actually in Greece. It's beautiful to see them in Greece.
What's the premise? Because I don't even know if I know.
Her father died, and they
Oh.
never took a family trip. And by the way, the actor who played her father and her father in real life died around the same time, and that's when she decided to write this movie.
Okay.
So the heart feels of the movie are spot on, and that is
Okay.
the one thing that she's been a genius about in her Big Fat Greek Wedding movies.
How's
And
Fatone in it?
he's good. He's good.
Okay.
You know, plus now his character actually gets to, be gay.
No,
So-
all right.
And his mother is played by my beloved Armenian American Canadian actress. Oh my God, why is her name sick?
It's okay. I make lamb.
Yes, but she's great. And of course, the movie is more about her because she's actually there. Lainey Kazan is only in the opening of the film.
Okay.
So the elder character is her, right? And
Okay.
it's hilarious. And the other woman who you've seen in the first two films, who's like one of the aunties, she actually has more screen time because she's the one hanging out with this aunt. So they actually do really well together. And then of course there's the plot. Her daughter is falling in love. They're in Greece and all, and the family coming together because this trip is to honor their father because they never took the big trip to Greece with him.
Sure.
I like it for what it is, and
Okay.
it's charming, and maybe because when you've lost loved ones and those feelings are there, so maybe I'm feeling it because I feel it that way. But I really thought it was lovely.
All right.
Okay.
I'm down.
All right. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the show. Did you guys do your homework out there? The homework is
This is my pick. This is my
Shaun
pick.
of the Dead.
Can I just
Oh.
say I went through a bunch of different choices. So for me, I don't get down with the slasher flicks necessarily. Whatever, vampires, whatever. For me, scariness is all, and I've always scary and also enjoying it has always been zombie movies. So that I had there was a list of zombie movies. It was Warm Bodies. I told Cliff about it. It was either Warm Bodies, Dawn of the Dead, and there was another one. I can't. I was like, I kind of wrestled, but I'm like, Shaun of the Dead. I haven't watched it forever. I remember really loving it, so that's why I chose this one.
I thought this movie. This isn't the first time I've seen it, and I actually watched it from a filmmaker's perspective this time. Awesome.
It's well done,
Like-
right?
Like the way the beats just move and all that. I was like, this is so good, so good.
And what I love too is there's a lot the setup at the beginning. You remember how he's walking across to go to the convenience store. You get the setup of all the characters like boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. You don't need a whole lot. You get 2 seconds with each
Yeah.
one, so that when you see him again and you see them change, you're like, oh, I see what's going on. And
Yeah.
It's
then
actually a good part. Like this is like a darker comedy film.
It is.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
it's a very
kind
like
of a
darker
love
comedy.
story, too.
And some of like the zingers are coming at you quick.
Mhm.
Like they're coming at you quick, so like kind of pay attention to like the dialogue.
Yeah, when they're in the bar in the beginning and he's talking with her.
Yeah,
And
like
you think it's just them two. Then
Yes.
it cuts to his friend is playing pinball, so you think it's just them three, and then the
Yes.
other two are sitting over there. Like I'm like, that's done so well, so good.
I love too that towards the end too, it becomes a story about not who does he love more, but like him fighting loyalties and whatever. Because it's, do I go with the girlfriend? Do I go with the best friend at the same time? You know,
Yeah.
And which one do I choose?
Yeah,
And there's so many English actors in this that I forgot were in it. Because I don't know if anybody watches. There's a show on Apple TV called Trying, and the 17-year-old guy that he works with at the electronics place is the main actor in that. And he's been in a bunch of stuff too. Is a great actor. I'm like, holy crap, that guy's in this. His roommate has been in a bunch of stuff. Obviously, these two guys we see are in it. His stepfather's Bill Nighy, who's a big English actor. You know, there's a lot of great English actors in this. Oh, who's the mother? The mother is somebody big too. I can't remember her name. So yeah,
I don't remember her name. Simon Pegg is amazing in this movie. I think this is the movie that kind of like brought him to the forefront.
absolutely.
I think, yeah, and he went on to have other movies like this, but this was really good. The makeup is good too.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I'm daring to say excellent. I'm sorry, because like,
I got
yo, that scene where they pulled the dude through the window to tear him apart. I was like,
Yes.
yeah.
yo, I was like, oh my god, I was like, my mind blocked this out. My mind blocked this out.
What I love too is that it's equal parts funny, but at the same time you never lose that the real stakes here.
Yeah,
Can
I like the. Go
Can
ahead.
I tell you guys something really weird, or not weird, but funny about this movie? So I had not seen it, and I bought it brand new, right?
Oh, okay.
And I left it at home near the television, right? And what year was this movie? 2004?
Yes.
Sounds about right.
Right?
Yep.
So, and I left it by the television, and I think I was out playing HeroClix somewhere or whatever. And I came home, and my brother, my mother, and my father were like, where did you get this movie? Oh my God. I'm like, I haven't even watched it yet. They're like, well, your brother opened it and we watched it. I'm like, what? And they were like, the three of them, their minds were blown. They were like, we weren't expecting this kind of movie. And I loved that this happened to them, that like they had questions for me when I came home. And then when I watched it, I was like, oh man. But when I watched it this time, all those memories came flooding back, because I was like, wow, I can imagine what it would be like watching this scene with my parents and my brother. Like I could just like picture it, right? I don't know. I guess I have special feelings for this movie.
This scene right here was pretty funny. Before they get there, right? Because the whole gag was like, he's not my father. He's not my father, and he can't stand him, right? And then when he gets the call from the mom, he's just like, I think I gotta go kill my stepdad.
Right.
And he's so down to do it. He's like, Mom, we're gonna be right there.
Well, what does he say at the end of the movie too? He's like, I can't kill
his mom.
Remember they're underneath the bar at the end, and he says the line about when they're deciding whether they're gonna kind of end themselves because they don't think they're gonna get away from the zombies. He's like, I can't kill my stepfather, my mother, and my girlfriend, or my roommate and my girlfriend all in the same day. I just can't do it.
Yeah, no, I like, wow. But yeah, that scene was so palpable and intense when he has to kill his mom. Like,
yeah.
Yo, I was sobbing when I watched it. Sobbing. I was like, fuck, man.
You got some red on you.
That was what I was just about to say. The foreshadowing of you got some red on you. Like that was really good.
I also loved when they're sitting on the couch watching television. You remember how like he's watching the news and it's clicking through it and you're getting the story of what's going on I thought that was brilliant. It's like, well, we found it, and then it was switched to another channel, but it was literally fixed, kept the sentence going. I thought that was brilliant. The way
that was really brilliant.
And then at the end, you still don't find out exactly what caused it. Just that, these are the theories.
No, they say what caused it. If you listen in the beginning,
it cut out though. Remember when he switched?
You hear them talking about a meteorite.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
That hit the planet, and they didn't know.
Which is funny because in the very first. What was the first Walking Dead?
He's walking in the store to get the drink and stuff, and hear it in the background.
The very first zombie movie was what?
The first what?
The very first zombie movie was Night of the Living Dead, right?
Night of the Living
and
Dead.
Doesn't that start with a satellite crash from space or a meteor crash or something crash from space?
That sounds right.
Right? So I think that calling back to that was really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I
we got
love
a
too.
little MCU guy in there.
He says he calls him a zombie, and he kind of looks at him like, and he says something like, "What?" And because a lot of movies they don't call, like even Walking Dead, they don't call them zombies, they call them walkers.
Walkers,
because George A. Romero kind of owns the zombie name, so it's kind of like a trademark. So it was interesting that even they did that joke in this is like, well, we can't call them zombies, we'll call them different things. And you remember
Well, that's why they
he calls
couldn't
them a
call
zombie
them
at
zombies in Return of the Living Dead. That's why they called them
Yes.
Return of the Living Dead and Return of the Zombies or anything like that.
Right.
Because he has the rights on that. This is a great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
a great
again,
shot.
great shot, great makeup, right?
Yeah.
My only one complaint, I mean, it's not even a big complaint, is that the fart joke doesn't land for me the second time.
Oh, when he's like, sorry.
He says sorry, yeah, when he's about to die, it doesn't land for me. It was funny the first time, and I know why you do it the second time. It just it felt kind of off. How about the part where you see the two groups of people passing, and each one has a guy with a leather jacket, each one a guy. Has
Oh, they look the same.
yeah, they're both the same group, just passing each other out in the street or whatever.
Zombies party.
Huh?
Is that what it was? Una noche de muerta.
Just looking through this stuff. But I think it's one of the best zombie Walking Dead type movies.
Definitely original too.
Yeah. The ending when he keeps the friend alive. Like,
Yes.
I was like, that sounds like something he would do. It definitely sounds like something he would do.
And that's our
was-
boy.
yeah.
The last picture was the guy who got torn apart in the window,
Yeah.
and then the girlfriend goes after him.
Yes.
Yep. We thinned out the crowd right there. That scene.
Right.
Yeah. There's the dad, stepdad. And then remember the dad, he was like, they had a moment in the back of the car.
Yeah.
And he's like, I met you when you were 12 and I just wanted the best for you.
And that's that's the thing is this movie could easily just been very gore, punch, let's go forward. But it had those moments where it was heartfelt. Because you could have easily just said, we don't like this guy, and then when the stepdad dies, you don't care about him. But because they kind of have that come to Jesus moment, you get that. Oh, even still.
Mm-hmm.
And the mom has the flowers at the end before she dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Edgar Wright directed the hell of this movie.
Yeah, absolutely. They're all
Really?
good IT.
Yeah.
And I like all of his in this end of world trilogy of movies he made.
Explain to me why they were throwing records at the zombies, though.
That was just.
It was a funny moment, but I was like, of all the things you're gonna throw at them, like you then go get a cricket bat and a shovel, like you were gonna do that anyway.
And I guess it's just fun to make a movie like this because there's no special effects.
None at all.
You're just doing it off of camera angles. You got makeup and stuff like that, which probably the biggest part of their budget was probably their makeup budget to get all these people
and some I would say maybe some location stuff too, but that's
yeah.
fine.
But just to make something like that is just very, very fulfilling.
How about when he that's a special effect. Go back.
Oh yeah, that
had to be. But that's probably the most expensive effect of the whole movie.
Yeah.
How about where he leaves Ned in the car, and he comes back out? He's like, I guess we're gonna have to drive the Jag because he wrapped it around.
The Jag, yeah.
You're not driving my car.
So, all right, let's go around the bend. Phil, you're up. What do you give this movie?
Yeah, I'm giving this like a high, like it's like a 6.8. This is like a 6.8. It was fun, and I enjoyed the movie. It's like it's dry English comedy, and other than that, it's like decent enough. It's good enough.
All right. Cliff.
8.5.
Ooh.
8.5.
I loved it then. I still loved it now. It moved me to freaking tears. If it moves me to tears, I'm gonna love it. And it's great, and it looks great. It looks great.
Green shirt guy.
I'm gonna go with Cliff. 8.5. It hasn't. Haven't seen it probably 10 years, and it hasn't really lost anything for me. It's still a fun movie. I enjoy all the elements. It's well made. 8.5.
All right, I'm about to shock you. This movie gets a 9.5 from me.
Wow.
Yeah. Just overall, like,
you trashed, but this one, huh?
yeah. Let's not vomit the place up here, right? But
I'm the lowball this week, so like I lowballed this at like
this movie
6.8.
hit everything. It hit the pacing, it hit the beats, it hit the comedy, it tied up everything that it was doing. Like, this overall as a film, this is like a blueprint of how to make a film.
And it felt very indie, right? Is that just me?
Oh, it
Yeah.
definitely felt indie. It definitely had that indie vibe to it.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like, man, my score low 6.8. Like, I think it's good. Like,
All right.
Makes me
So
feel
that
like I need to do a Sean sticker, but I won't have it for this weekend. But if you want one, say it in the comments, and I'll make one, and I'll have them, and I can ship them.
it should be a Sean sticker with him like ready to kill zombies or anything, but his boy's a zombie with the chain in the background or something like that.
I could probably do that.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
I
It
mean,
should
if
be
I have him
something
with
like that.
with the bat up in the air, I could probably put his friend behind him.
Yeah. All right. So that's Shaun of the Dead, everybody. Next week, our homework is what?
Freddy versus Jason. I thought we were doing for the last.
Yes, Freddy versus Jason is the last
Is that
one.
what we decided? I thought we were gonna do Halloween.
I'm game either way. You let me know.
I
I thought we were doing
whatever.
Freddy versus Jason because we're going to do a bunch of them. We're doing
Maybe we
Freddy
should
and
do
then-
Halloween because
That's
we
fair.
did a Freddy movie already.
And we didn't do a Jason movie, all right?
Yeah, there's always next year.
That's true.
The
I'm down for Halloween. We're doing, well, which Halloween movie are we doing?
The original.
original.
First, okay.
first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the Rob Zombie one,
Yeah.
No.
which I
All
have
right.
not actually seen.
So, out there, Council of Comics, you have your homework for next week. It's the original Halloween. Who directed it?
Carpenter.
John Carpenter, correct? All right.
Yeah,
By John
exactly.
Carpenter.
Like, man, we're Carpenter people
Yeah.
now. Don't
We
you
really
Don't-
like Carpenter.
Don't do anything that says 2000s Halloween. You got to be 1980s, right? 80s or 78?
I think 70s,
70s.
right? I think Halloween is back in the 70s.
If it's the 70s or early 80s, that's the one you want to watch.
Ooh, it's on a bunch of things for free too.
Excellent.
1978. Look at that.
19. I was born. It's a great
That's
year.
when I was born. Back
That's a
to
great
back.
year.
I was
right
I was
there.
a year old when it came out.
You old guy.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys
I
got
think
your
there's a
homework
little
out
more
there.
white in your beard than mine, though.
Yes, that's because I work with kids. But anyway.
Bet you high five every day.
Yes.
Oh,
Those high fives get me through the day. Shout out to my
Is
kids
that-
that are watching. Love you guys. All right. So that's your homework for next week, Council. Halloween, the original by John Carpenter. We will be back tomorrow night for the new keys and hot comics of the week that we do every Monday night at 8 p.m. where we go all the new keys, all the hot comics. We do our giveaway. We got this week, and then next week is the final one. We'll do the race. We got tons of books to give away. Remember about Comics Curing Cancer. The link is in the comments below. You can still donate, I believe, up till midnight, right?
yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, they,
Up
I
till
was gonna say,
midnight.
and they're
Is it
still
midnight
running
our
auctions
time?
now, so you could,
Yeah,
you
They're
could,
doing auctions. Jump over
right.
to their
you
channel.
could buy something really
Yeah.
cool for yourself, and all of it is going to Comics Curing Cancer.
Yeah.
Is it midnight our time or is it midnight Pacific? Because I know they started some stuff at Pacific time too.
I don't know.
Because
So-
it might be even up to
midnight-
3
it might
o'clock.
be midnight West Coast time.
Right.
That would be because we have midnight before them, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it might be their midnight.
Just to
All
make
right.
sure they get as much. Yeah.
So we'll be back next Sunday, 5 p.m. Film and Box Office News. This was episode number 58. Next week will be episode 59, and we'll be watching Halloween. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. So for myself, for Phil, for Cliff, for Green Shirt Guy. Oh, wait, I gotta say something here. This Tuesday, we are filming our last chapter of the actual saga.
Yeah.
It is our Halloween special. We invite anybody to come down to the shop. You want to be a part of it? You want to be a vampire? You want to do something? Come on down to the shop between 4 and 7 p.m. To Hyde Park Alternaverse, and you can be in the final chapter of the actual saga. Yes, look at Cliff contemplating his big moment. But yes, okay. So for myself, for Phil, for Cliff, for Green Shirt Guy, and for the rest of the Council of Comics, we thank you, love you. See you next time. Peace.